Hello, all. Welcome to the final topic from the first half of the fourth unit, that is your narrative writing. Okay. So, we have been doing sessions on types of writing for the last three classes. So, yeah. So, we have till now talked about and we have looked into three kinds of writing, that is expository writing, descriptive writing, persuasive writing, and today we will be looking at narrative writing. So, for all these kinds of writings that I just spoke to you in detail about, and which we know, like three of them are completely three different kinds of write-ups altogether: expository, rooted in facts, evidences, l- uh, you know mainly mainly thrives on logic, and descriptive is basically very creative, very imaginative, of course may thrive on logic, may not thrive on logic, I mean, logic as in technical logic. Then we talked about our persuasive writing, where we basically hit the ethos and pathos of the reader or the audience, so that they can be inspired action with, right? So all of these three kind of writings we have seen. Now today we will be looking at narrative writing. So narrative writing, by the very title of it, you can of course imagine what it would be. Basically it means narration. Basically it means storytelling. Basically it means, speaking about any anecdote from your past or whatever, or they can be even a hypothetical scenario like your descriptive writing. Okay. So narrative writing also has got, a lot of room for imagination and creativity. And narrative writing is basically told in the form, it's basically written in the form of a story, is basically written in the form of an anecdote. Okay. Where you are basically talking about events, either fictionalized or factual, but in a way, like how you would tell a story. Okay. So that is your narrative kind of a writing. Okay. Now narrative writing has got three sorry has got various techniques. So first technique that you will be employing is choosing a topic. So you should be choosing a topic which you are good at. Now, of course, when OU gives you, asks you to do a narrative writing on a topic, then of course, then you have to choose, and you wouldn't have any option, but you have to write on that topic. But you have to exercise your own imagination and creativity over there. Okay, when you are trying to change the topic, or when you are trying to transform that topic into a story. Okay. Next comes, okay, so how you choose a topic. Okay, so choose a topic that can deliver a story or that reflects positively on you as a student or a candidate. Okay, so narrative writing, when you are doing it, it should also reflect the kind of person that you are, and the values and the characteristics that you embody. So all of these things should be included in your narrative writing, or when you are choosing a topic. Okay. Then the second step is to create an outline. So you have to create an outline. So the outline will be determining how you are going to be telling your story. Okay, so after you have discovered the topic, you have to, you know uh, designate a paragraph to describe the key points. Okay. And the outline will make it easier for you to give a proper organization and structure to your story. Okay. So yeah. So outline basically gives you a kind of an overview, and the organization and structure that your story would be requiring. Okay, so because if your story does not have an organization, does not have a structure, then the reader would not be interested in reading whatever it is that you have to say. Okay, and that is not something which is desirable. Okay, so narrative writing should have a particular structure. All right. And that structure will come with the outline. Then comes writing in first person. So whenever you are doing a narrative writing, you have to write first person, because as I told you, narrative writing should definitely reflect who you are as a human being, what values you actually embrace, what values you actually live by, and what are your principles and all of these things. So it is very important. It is extremely important for you to actually write in first person. You cannot write in third person, because that would become very, impersonal, okay? And we do not want that. So we want narrative writing to be, very identifiable. The reader should feel a sense of identification with you. So in that sense, it has to be written in first person only. Okay. Then comes the use of creative language. So, in narrative writing, your language, the kind of language that you are using, has to be very creative, just like descriptive writing. Your language should not be bland, because if your language is bland, then your story will become bland. So, the story, the life that you breathe into your story should be done with the help of language only. Now, if language fails to do that, then the story fails as well, no matter how interesting it is. So, the can be interest in the story can be kept alive through the proper employment of language. Okay, so that this is something that we have to keep in mind. All right, so you have to use creative language. Now after you are done with all of these, then you have to proofread your writing. Proofread your writing means you have to see to it that your write ups are all, you know done properly, that your write ups are all in proper order, and there are no spelling errors, grammatical errors, other syntactical errors, punctuation errors. So all of these things needs to be revised, and that needs to be done in the end with the help of proofreading. Okay, so this is about your narrative writing. So with this we come to the end of the first half of the fourth unit, and in the next half of the fourth unit we will be taking up various writing skills, and we will be taking up various, again, various types of writing and examples of writing. Okay, thank you so much, everyone.